So I noticed when I was in Kazakhstan that everybody likes to back into the parking places, and I said, why? I've actually tried it before and I found it more difficult because you actually had to be much more precise to back your car between two cars as opposed to backing out into a wide open place. So I said, let's just do a test and let's just measure it. Let's videotape the whole process to backing in and then pulling out, because you got to measure both sides of the process. And it turns out that it was 30 seconds to pull the car in backwards and pull out forward. There's our first test. Now we're going to do our second test. We're going to pull in maybe the more normal way. It's very easy to pull in between two cars going forward. There's no real skill needed there. And then we're going to quickly back out, and we're going to see which way's faster and which way's easier, because remember, you're backing out into a big hole here. You're not backing out in between two cars. And it turns out the first way was 30 seconds, and this way to completion was 23. So as you can see from our little test, you just have to try it and see what happens. That's what Lean's all about. You know, you just run an experiment, you plan, do, check, find out whether or not it works or not, and then at least now you have information. Now you could argue with me all day long whether or not one way is better than the other. I really don't care about that. All I care about is that I have the data now to make an informed decision on what perhaps might be the more effective way for me to back in my car the rest of my life or pull it in forward. Even though Tim may not agree with me, because he says, men, it shows that when you back into a spot that you're a man, right? But when you pull in forward, you're a woman. So there's actually some weird cultural thing going on there too, right? Yeah. So, you know, there's other things to consider, but if you just want strict efficiency, pull in forward first, right, Tim?
Yeah, it is. You're right. So the moral of the story is that we can use Lean everywhere, even in the way you park your car.
Yeah, but
the real moral of the story is be a man, always back in.